In this video, we will climb the Demon Tower to kill the Demon King and take on the Death Reaper above. We will roam the world to gather materials and eventually dive into the Devil's Catacombs for a final showdown with Azrael himself. And now you might be wondering, why? Well, to get a Titan Shield of course, what else? But before we do that, let's make sure to get Linkarks into the guild. If you're a new player and you wanna play, well, make sure to hit me up and join the Discord. Everyone is welcome. Now, fun is not the only reason we're gonna clear the Demon Tower. You see, to be able to enter the Devil's Catacombs, you must have cleared the Demon Tower dungeon at least once. So I gather my most competent squad, and in we go. Now, as I said, the Demon Tower is a dungeon, and you're gonna need to clear several floors one at a time to be able to climb the tower and defeat the bosses. The very first floor requires you to kill a level 50 Metin2, the Metin2 of Toughness, and this really poses no threat to our squad, so we kill it and we go directly up to the second floor. Now, the second floor, while it doesn't really differ from the first floor visually, the challenge is different. You see, in here you must kill all of the monsters before you can move on towards the third floor. Now, these mobs are anywhere between level 60 and level 70, so our squad pretty much just cuts them down. I'm level 84, AWD is 95, and Raska is just around 75, if not 75, I don't remember. So yeah, this was an absolute breeze. After we have dealt with all of the mobs on the second floor, we're teleported up to the third floor. And in here we just see tons of mobs spawning on us, and we just start clearing them. Surrounded by a ton of mobs, we eventually find this guy, the Demon King. And I'm pretty sure it's not the right Demon King, because the blacksmith doesn't spawn after this guy at least. But yeah, you're supposed to kill this guy to get up to the fourth floor. And as you can see, he goes down super quickly. Now AWD comes in for the kill steal, thank you very much. But yeah, he was absolutely no problem. And he did drop some stuff, but no chest, so no cigar. When you spawn on the fourth floor, you're initially met by a level 55 Mitten of Devil. When you kill this stone, however, the entire room fills up with level 60 Mitten stones, but only one of them is the right one. So, as you can see, we start killing, we take one stone each just to speed up the process. If you're killing the wrong Mitten stone, it's gonna despawn right before it dies, so you sadly don't get any drops from it. AW and Raska kills the last two stones there is, and I'm on the third and final one. And of course, I'm the main character here, so it's my stone that's the right one. Who are really surprised. Killing the final and right Mitten stone takes us up to the fifth floor, and this floor is pretty special. You see, back in the day in 2012 or somewhere along that road, I tried to do Demon Tower runs daily, but I always failed. I only really got up there once because a high level character boosted me up there. And it was always this room that we couldn't handle. You see, you need to kill all of the mobs for a chance to drop a key. Now, we didn't get a key on the first round of mobs, and Raska tells me that this is pretty normal. You're not supposed to get one. But while we're waiting for the second wave to spawn, take a listen to this music. Damn! The second wave of mobs did drop a key, but Mr. AWD doesn't really understand cinematic storytelling, so he just went in and popped it into one of the pillars. But so let's just forget that one is missing, and yeah, we're gonna have the first pillar cleared in just 2 minutes, okay? The third wave spawns in, and wait, there it is. You see it? My precious! Oh, it finally dropped. It's as beautiful as I ever imagined. I pick it up, slowly but surely make my way over to the pillar. I look into my bag, and there it is. I take the key and drop it into the pillar. Boom! It disappears. We're now one step closer to finally reaching the next floor. After 10 minutes of hard work, we gather around the final pillar. We pop in the key, and wouldn't you know it, we have now entered what was originally the last floor of the Demon Tower. And in here we find the proud Demon King. which for some reason is different than the normal Demon King. Don't ask me why, okay? But here he is, and oh boy. Usually you would have to kill all of the mobs around him for the blacksmith to spawn. So in honor of that tradition, we of course do that. Rashka and Mr. AWD chill out while I take the epic battle, the epic 1 versus 1 against the ever brutal and ever feared proud Demon King. After a tough battle, he finally goes down. Wait, what's this? Demon's King chest. He drops plunder. I wonder what's inside. Oh, there's an XP ring inside. I guess this is why you don't, kill him for young, so yeah, well. Now, classic Rashka, he misunderstands the assignment and goes directly over to the blacksmith and takes us up to the after hidden floors. And up here, we must kill plenty of Metin stones. Now, these stones are level 65, and they're actually quite a bit tougher than the ones we previously fought. Surprise, surprise, they're higher level. Now, the moment that this Metin stone goes down, boom! The entire room fills up with demons, and this place is where the real challenge finally began. Now, in the center of the map, you're gonna see a Metin of Murder. That's a level 70 Metin stone, and oh boy, this stone is no joke, especially when you consider that there are all of these ever-spawning demons around it. So, the challenge of this room is that you must kill the stone, but you don't know how many times. It will keep respawning, assumably at random, whilst the room keeps filling up with more and more demons. This is, by the way, a great way to drop things, so I assume this place is really overpowered in Moonlight events? I don't know. But probably. We'll have to try that one day. Okay. Finally, after maybe 5 or 10 minutes and tons of deaths, we finally get the last and correct Metin stone. We're taking up to the second last floor of the Demon Tower. And this room is different visually, but the challenge remains sort of similar to what we have done previously. We must find a key and use that key to unlock a statue. But do not be fooled, this is more difficult as you have to actually use your eyes. There are keys dropping everywhere, and these are called bung-in keys. Now, I'm not entirely sure what the right key is supposed to look like or what it's named, but I just know that it's not a bung-in key. And after a little while, wouldn't you know it, a sing bung-in key drops. Well, that's at least different, so I head over to the statue, find my bag, and find the key. And wouldn't you know it, it unlocks the last floor. The last floor of the Demon Tower stays true to its original self. This challenge requires you to kill all of the demons on the floor and eventually go to the last boss, the Death Reaper. And let me tell you, this guy is level 78 and he hits like a truck, especially if you're a noob like me. So I cannot really take him down alone, so what am I gonna do? I'm gonna use the power of friendship. Hello there! If you're considering returning to the game because of this video, please consider signing up your account with my affiliate link. All you need to do is scroll down into the description. When you click on the link, you will automatically be taken to Metin2's register page. And by the way, you also need to register an account if you want to get access to the Tigerghost server. You will just need to get the codes afterwards. And if you do sign up using my link, you will directly support the channel by taking some money from Gameforge and giving it to me. And this is of course to no increased cost to you. So, back to the video. He drops a chest and also a shrunken head. You need the shrunken head to enter the Devil's Catacombs, and you need the chest to, get cool items. But we didn't get anything cool. With the Demon Tower bested, we have finally unlocked the ability to enter the Devil's Catacombs. But before we go in there, I want to make sure that I have unlocked some of the materials that I'm gonna need to upgrade the Titan shield once we get it. You see, I'm not gonna farm every material myself because, well, that would make this video take about a few months to make. But we are gonna do something different this time. I'm gonna have to drop at least one of each item before I am allowed to purchase it on the bazaar. That means that when I need piece of fabric plus, I have to drop at least one piece of fabric plus before we can purchase it. So, most of the items that you're gonna need to upgrade the Titan Shield are actually low-level items. We're gonna need to get to the desert, we need to get to Mount Sohan, so the level 84 warrior we have are simply too high level to be able to drop these items. So instead, I'm gonna take this warrior that I have on the same account. We have used this warrior to drop concentrated reading before. I level the warrior all the way up to level 45 because in that way we're just around the level where we're gonna be able to drop both the spider legs but also the piece of fabric. With the low level warrior prepared, we're also gonna try and get some thieves gloves from the red forest just to speed up the process of actually dropping these items. Of course, I have to call for assistance, I have to, and Droshji was right there ready to help us. Thank you very much, buddy. Once again, you're the man. And we don't have to look for much more than 5 minutes before we find the first Metin stone. This is a level 85 Metin stone, and this thing slaps, and it slaps hard. I know I don't really have much earth resistance, but come on, I'm probably leveled. What the hell is this? So yeah, if you think Metin2 is easy, it's really not. While I was taking care of this Metin stone, Droshji heads over to another channel to keep looking for more Metin stones, just to speed up the process a little bit. Unfortunately, the Thieves' Gloves didn't drop from this Metin stone, so I head back over to the channel where Droshji is and see if he has more luck than I had. Sadly though, that wasn't the case, so no Thieves' Gloves from the second stone either. The third stone also didn't drop one. Too bad. And remember, this wouldn't be a Metin video without Droshji dying once, so yeah, there you go. The fourth stone, yeah, also no luck. The fifth Metin stone had so many drops. Like, look at this, the screen is full of it. But no Thieves' Gloves, so what are you gonna do, right? And we were clearing these level 90 Metin stones, and they are extremely tough. Like, super tough. Look at how many level 90 mobs there is here. And these are aggressive, right? So they just go for me. And with 0 earth resistance, this is pretty much impossible. But as with most things in Metin, as long as you have some patience and you're working as a team, there is a way to get through it. And here's Droshji dying again. And here he dies again. But don't worry, Droshji, you can feel safe because I will of course take care of the mobs that you yourself cannot. So you're very welcome, buddy. Eventually the stone falls, but we still didn't get a Thieves' Glove. What are you gonna do? But Droshji thinks he's funny, so he makes this joke. Ooh, you got an ore book? Really? And it's an attack up book. Come on, man. But fate has a tendency of working in curious ways, so by the next stone, where we didn't get a Thieves' Glove, I got a skill book. And it turns out to be an actual aura skill book, so Droshji, I'm sorry. I hope you're not crying too hard. We decided to swap up the tactics again, and instead of killing level 90 Metins, we're just gonna split up and do 85 Metins ourselves. And when you know it, the first one I kill myself, I'm gonna get a Thieves' Glove, so that's good. And to celebrate all of our hard work here, here's a clip of Droshji dying. Never gets old. Okay, so we're now at the point where we need to farm the actual materials, and let me show you how I figure out what we need to do. So on the Metin2 wiki, you can find the page for the Titan Shield, and here you can see what monster that drops it, but if you scroll down you can also see what materials you're gonna need to upgrade it. If you remember this page that I've shown, Metin2 alerts, in here you can use a trading glass system so you can see whatever's available on the market, but they also have this thing called Mob Finder. So if I click on this and say that I want to farm the spider legs, for instance, what I can do is that I can click here on the spider legs and I can see that it drops from soldier spider, and that's of course in the desert, right? So we find the desert in here, Yangbi Desert, and then we find whatever mob that we need. So soldier spider right here, we click it, and in here it shows us where we can find these mobs. So to get my first spider leg, I'm gonna be running around this center right here to try and drop a spider leg. And let me tell you, these spider legs are not easy to find, and as you will see later in the video, they're also extremely expensive on the bazaar, but it makes sense after I tried farming it myself. And that's even with the double drops. This was brutal, but I just kept going and eventually we would find one. In my search, I also found this random level 42 guy just standing in the middle of the desert. He might have been looking for Shadow Warriors, because when I was filming this, the Shadow Warriors event was still going, but that was fun. After about 20 or 30 minutes of farming these goddamn spider legs, we also found the Metin stone. I couldn't help myself, I had to do it. And it even dropped Spirit Strike W, which is one of the abilities that my main warrior needs, so that's good. And wouldn't you know it, about 40 minutes into the farm, we drop our first spider leg. That's beautiful. The next item on the list that we need to unlock is Curse Book Plus. We're gonna need that for +6. You can find these books in the temple, which are centralized in the middle of Orc Mid. But before we do that, this guy Neutral wants to join the guild, so welcome aboard, big guy. Welcome to Null Space, everyone is welcome. Okay, so these curse books are dropped from several different mobs, but all located just around the top of the Huang Temple. And let me tell you, I killed these for just around 10 minutes. The mobs were generally 10 levels higher than I was, which could be a contributing factor to the low drop chances here. But as I was looking for more of the monsters, this AFK person might have dropped something that we could need. And you might say this is cheating. And you'd be right. Now, unfortunately, we're gonna need pearls for +7, +8, and +9. And the way you're gonna get pearls is simply by opening clams. How do you open clams? Well, you need to find them by fishing. Whenever you catch a fish, you can right click on it to open it, and in there you have a chance to find a clam. And when you open a clam, you have a chance of finding a pearl. So you can see how you need to get lucky, to get lucky, to get lucky. Yeah, it's very frustrating. Now, I did have a carbon rod and a fishing book because I have a tendency of participating in the Jigsaw events, so that at least sped up things. And if you don't know how to fish, as you can see here, you have to catch the fish 3 times, and if you catch it 3 times, you have a chance to get 1 fish. And then I opened the fish, and I fished for just around 20 minutes, and that was even being inefficient. And then I got this Tenchi right here. I right click on it, and wouldn't you know it, we have now unlocked clams. And I say unlocked for a reason. You see, now that I am participating in the Jigsaw events, I have tons of clams lying around. So I just gathered whatever I had on the accounts and I started opening these. And we got a white pearl and a blue pearl, but no red pearl. Which means that we have not unlocked red pearl yet. Oh, that's so frustrating. So this guy's Lamy Gomez from Null Space, he helps me pick up some items that I'm gonna need, the curse books that I just found, and some more clams. And yeah, we get a red pearl after just opening 10 clams. But I mean, we have 190 clams now, so might as well open them, right? So yeah, here's the results of that if you care. Next on the list is Tiger Fangs, and yes, I know we've skipped some stuff, we're gonna get to those, don't you worry. Now the Tiger Fangs are super easy to get. I get my Sora, which is level 74, because we need to kill these flying tiger minion thing, yeah, these pigs, right? We need to kill the fire pigs, okay? I go to the Firelands, and wouldn't you know it, the very first mob that I kill. Oh yeah. Oh. Okay, the second mob that I kill. I'm sorry I lied to you. So that was super easy. Moving on. So for +8, we're gonna need these Ice Killer Whale Horns. And yes, the name is as stupid as it sounds. These you can farm in Grotto 1. And you're gonna need a Bloodstone for that. If you want more information about Grotto, you can watch my Poison Sword video, which by the way also is an excellent video, if I should say so myself. And we need to kill these whale things, which, yeah, they're level 81, which is just around the same as my warrior, so that's decent, right? The mobs in here, they hurt, but I have so much lightning resistance. Unless, is it ice resistance? Is that ice or lightning? Well, I don't know if I had the right resistance, but I have tons of lightning resistance on, in case that helps me. So yeah, I just start slaughtering these mobs. And eventually it does drop indeed. Now, I don't know if it's because I'm on my main warrior or if it's because I'm in grotto or what it is, but I actually had quite a lot of fun farming this. So if you haven't upgraded something for a while, try and go out and farm some of the materials, because it's actually fun. The last piece of material that we need to farm is piece of fabric plus, and you do this in the mountain. And see, I even found some guy who was killing a medicine stone, so hi there. Now, piece of fabric plus is by far the most tedious material to farm. It's also the most expensive one, and you get them from killing the angry plagued spearman and the normal plagued spearman. And this took quite some time. I understand why they're so expensive. You can get 200 for a little over 9-1. Yeah. It's not cheap at all, but I did farm it eventually, just took ages, but yeah, here it is. And okay, now we have unlocked all of the materials that we're gonna need to upgrade the Titan Shield. There's just a problem. We don't have the Titan Shield yet, and all of my squad were extremely difficult to gather for this specific Catacombs run. I don't know why. So I decided to head into the Catacombs myself. In case you don't know, the Catacombs lies just around where the Demon Tower is. So the demons, they hit like a truck, and ideally you would want some darkness resistance and some devil against them. But here's the problem, I don't have any of that. We're gonna talk more about the Catacombs itself later on in the video, but for now let me just tell you that I went all the way towards the end of the first floor, and here you need to farm a key from some of the mobs lying around. When you have the key, you need to put it into the statue, and this will take you up to the second floor. But there's an issue. You see, this specific dungeon, the Catacombs, requires you to be in a group to enter. So, since none of my friends were on, what were I gonna do?
For the brute force.
Yeah, great. So I'm already in there, so if you just run to Devil's Catacombs, that's gonna be great. I'm gonna farm the key then.
Let me take the Darkness Talisman.
Oh, I don't think you need that at level 113.
Yeah, just for the looks.
I think you just put in the key and we're both gonna get teleported, I think.
Maybe.
Imagine you actually get it, man.
Yeah, but I should be able to. You can farm it from some archers, so.
I'm trying to put a key on the... Okay.
Yeah, maybe we need to clear the mobs. Oh, yeah, we're going.
Oh yeah,
Nope.
it's great.
So yeah, one of the guys from my Discord, Logarithmus, helped me out. So huge shout out to everyone that was in this call. I had a blast. It was super fun talking with you guys, really. So if you need a place where you can be social, come on and join the Discord for the community. It's super active and we're pretty much above 100 members already. And yeah, stuff in there every day. Now, there's no reason to spend too much time on this run. I wanted to see if it was possible to do alone, but I mean, I don't know why I did that, because that even goes against the spirit of what I'm trying to communicate here. Play Metin2 with your friends. But yeah, I couldn't do it. I got completely wrecked on, I think this is the last second floor. I spent maybe 2 hours in here, maybe a little bit less, but I spent a lot of time, and eventually I had to quit. But it works out for the best, because now we're gonna gather the boys. Alright, please try to imagine that we're lined up super cinematically and we're looking cool, but it was impossible to get these people to line up. I don't know what the hell is going on. But yeah, we need Drush G to help us with the Catacombs, but Drush G was not part of the initial Demon Tower run, so we had to unlock Catacombs for him first. And yeah, tons of people showed up. We got this Neon VR guy, AWD of course, and again, this guy Gross on Map 1, the guy that helped me with my first solo attempt at the Catacombs. So this was super fun. Thank you to everyone that showed up. This was great. And again, I just announced it in the Discord, and Neon VR and Gross on Map 1 just decided to show up, so that was cool. And tons of people decided that, hey, they wanted actually to participate, but I didn't announce it in time, so that's my bad. I'm gonna try to be more professional next time. My apologies. So we fly through this Demon Tower run pretty damn quickly. Of course, we also have a level 115 or 118 or whatever level he is with us. So of course, this one flies by pretty damn quickly. After the run, we say our goodbyes because it's time for AWD, Drush G and myself to head into the Catacombs to try to see if we can kill Azrael himself and hopefully drop a Titan Shield. So this is the lineup, 3 noobs versus the Catacombs. So let me tell you all about the first floor. The first thing you want to do is make your way all the way down towards the end. And the only thing you need to do is by this fork split here, you want to take the road on your left. Make your way over the bridge, and by then you should begin to kill the monsters. Once you have found the key that the devils drop, you're gonna go over to this statue and put it in. When you have put it in, you're being teleported to the second floor. And this second floor is quite unique, at least very different from the Demon Tower. You see, it's a maze. You need to find the middle of the maze, but you also need to kill down these huge doors blocking your way. And remember, while you're attacking the doors, you're being swarmed with zombies, demons, and other types of devils. So it's actually pretty damn tough if you don't have the right gear, which none of us really does. But remember, the power of... Oh, okay, I'm not gonna do it, don't worry. So the floor is pretty long, so let me just 10x this. But let me give you a little tip. You want to find the middle of the maze, and you can use your minimap up top. And remember, every single time you have a chance to go in and then to the right, you should do so. Eventually, we found the very last door, and we hadn't really been able to kill all of the demons, they just kept swarming us. So while the demons went on me and Drushji were helping to get them off of me, AWD took down the door himself. We then found this crazy cool monument. Look at this devil mouth, super cool. We had to take a picture, but again, the mobs had to stop us. Oh, what are you gonna do? When you're finished fighting, you can talk to the turtle, and everyone who has a shrunken head will now be teleported up to the next floor. Now, this floor is super cool. It's probably my favorite. And it's a little bit silly because it's exactly like in the Demon Tower. You need to find the right Metin stone and kill that. But there is one Metin stone on each platform, and each platform is full of these demons. So I think it's such a wonderful combination of you have to get in, clear the floor, and then you have to hope you found the right Metin stone. And I actually think the scenery is quite nice. You know, Metin isn't really known for its great graphics and great scenery, but honestly, I really like this. I think this is one of the best places I've been in Metin, I have to say. So it's too bad you can't really make any money from doing these runs, because man, they're fun. Now, eventually, we did find the right Metin stone, and this takes us up to the 4th floor. And this floor was also really cool. So the idea of this floor is that you need to find a guy called Tartaros, or something like that. And Tartaros will hide in one of the wings that you see out to the side. Now, it's random which wing he spawns in, but he is going to be in there with a bunch of other mobs. So we really just had to check one room at a time, and we had to be patient, because unlike the previous floors, we just couldn't muscle our way through it. We had to take this ever so slowly. And yeah, as you can see, we just started clearing, and it's a little bit sad because we had to clear almost half of the room before we could reliably see if Tartaros was in there. Now, it took some time because we really couldn't find him. You see, we had been checking this exact room 8 freaking times, I promise. But there he was, all the way down to the left. I'm confident that he must have spawned in, because there's no way we didn't spot him. But then again, Gameforge, why is this guy not 3x times bigger than he is right now? Can you tell me he's an important boss? Like, I can kind of see like it's a gameplay mechanic that you have to find him, but come on, make him look big and cool. He looks weak, man. Now, okay, he might look weak, but he definitely is not weak. He pretty much just one-shots me. He is a goddamn menace. And you might realize that I actually did clear this room when I did it myself the first time, but I had all of these instant HP pots that I would use. I think I used like 100 of them to get him down. You can see how much damage he does. But he isn't that tanky, so we take him down. And as you can see, AWD did not hit him. And there's a reason for that. You see, he has the possibility to drop the Titan Shield. Now, he didn't drop the Titan Shield, which is very sad, but oh well. It's not that big of a deal, because Ezreal, the final boss of the Catacombs, also has a chance to drop the shield. So, we have arrived at the 5th floor, which is the second last floor. And in this floor you need to kill a boss called Sharon, and he can also drop the Titan Shield. Now, I would love to show you how we fought an epic battle versus the guy that took me down when I tried to do it myself. But yeah, it turns out that Rush G and AWD didn't understand the assignment, so they just killed the boss while I was clearing the trash. So I guess I'll have to owe you that one. So as you can see, we have pretty much cleared the entire platform. Once all of the mobs has been killed, you're gonna get this note. And this note simply says you have killed all of the demons, you will now be teleported up to the last floor. And there he is, Azrael himself. And I am super hyped, man. This dungeon came out just around the last time I played. I mean, this is probably one of the last like memories I have of Metin2 really, is that this thing came out, and I never even set foot in it myself. So this is, wow, this is such a huge moment for me. So we knew that our chances of winning against Azrael were slim to none, so the plan was to pull all of the mobs and clear them before we even touch Azrael. But yeah, Rush G accidentally pulled him. By the way, we were speaking about who accidentally pulled him. AWD and Rush G were discussing it, and yeah, it was you, Rush G. Big love, but it was you. And as you can see, he just one-shots me. He is brutal. All of the mobs that you can see on screen right now are mobs that he actually spawns. So outside of his spinning attack, he also spawns these huge like mini bosses themselves. He is so strong, and I'm just gonna let it play, but there was several times along this fight where I just did not think that we were gonna make it. I mean, you can see his HP, it's not moving. Every single time we make the slightest dent to him, he just heals up after he has one-shot minute Rush G. It's crazy what this guy can do. By the dawn of our hopelessness, I see a slither of a chance to go for the kill. So I get back up on my bar, but Rush G goes down. We're now only 2 people left versus a demigod. The back of Azrael's scythe hits me and takes me down too. It's now only AWD versus Azrael himself. Can he stand the challenge? Can he prevail? Is there any chance that we will see the light of dawn once more? And yes, there is. AWD, you're a bloody G. Now, on a less epic note, look what dropped, a Titan Shield. So, we did it, boys. We finally got the shield. Oh man, that's cool. And here we are, finished from our adventure by the throne room of Azrael himself, the Devil God. Wow, what an adventure, man. This was great. But the video doesn't stop here, because now we need to upgrade this thing. Now we can get into the huge cost of the materials a little bit later in the video, but this video has been long, so let's get straight into the juicy bits. The first thing I do is that I buy some bonus adders from this guy, the one, Alex. Now I make sure to get bonuses on both of them, just in case that one of them should get faint along the bonus ads, because that's way cheaper than actually having to change the bonuses. And by the way, huge shout out to this guy, the one Alex. You can definitely trade with him and give him your items. He is very wealthy and he will not scam you. At least I would trust him with any of my pieces of gear. So yeah, huge shout out to this guy, but we'll get back to him because he turns out to be a rather important piece of upgrading this thing. So, the time has finally come where we need to upgrade this bad boy. I have bought materials for over 200 attempts and I am ready to get going, okay? I also have the Dragon Scrolls in case we get it +8. In that way we will have 10% higher chance to get it +9 than if we were using a normal Blessing Scroll. So I'm gonna speed this up because I know you guys don't like to watch these parts, but yeah, this was painful. Alright, so while this is upgrading, let me just quickly talk to you about some of the upgrade costs here. So to +5, which is a plus you're gonna get over quite a lot, you're gonna need these spider legs. And these spider legs are super expensive. For 10 of them, you're gonna have to pay about 27.5 KK. And remember, that's for 5 attempts at +5. And that goes by super quickly, man. Super quickly. And the piece of fabric plus, man, look at this. 54 KK for 10 pieces. And you need this to +7. So this is just completely brutal, man. You're gonna go bankrupt if you try this. Trust me, I have spent too many ones to count, but it's probably around 20 ones or something. It's so brutal. Now, to no one's surprise, eventually I ran out of spider legs and I was done. I had no more money, so there was absolutely no way for me to continue making this video, and I was devastated, man. So much work for nothing. So a few days go by where I just didn't touch the game. I didn't want anything to do with it. But Rashka, he loans me 5 ones. And with these 5 ones, I am now able to go out and purchase myself some materials to go for round 2, so we can hopefully make this video come true. And then we can worry about my crippling debt afterwards. The only problem now is that Rashka don't have a trading glass, and neither do I. But another guildmate came clutch, so hey Martin, thank you very much for helping me pick up all of the materials that I need. And these materials pretty much just go towards 200 spider legs, which are 4 ones by the way, and then a little bit of extra stuff. So as I'm setting up and getting ready for this second upgrade attempt, I'm feeling sick to my stomach. I cannot tell you how much I dislike having to upgrade things in this game. I hate gambling, but we wouldn't have a video if I didn't do it, would we now? So there is nothing much to say except, God, please help me. And I wish AWD was here to rub my shield. The true ones will know what I mean. Now after failing to +5 for like 50 attempts, I finally get it to +7. Maybe I can get it +8? Nope, not this one. Maybe this one? 2 misses to +8? Yeah, of course. Now eventually I get another chance to go for +8. Now, take a quick look at how many pieces of Fabric Plus I have left. Do you see it? No, you don't see it, because I have 0 pieces of Fabric Plus left. And remember, that's the material that costs 9.1 for 200. So this is my very last and final attempt at having a Titan Shield +9. The entire video and the 100 hours of work I have put in so far all comes down to this moment. I'm even feeling so sick I must get my girlfriend to press this button, cause I just can't. Okay, so a couple of days has passed by since my big trauma, and I have previously done both of the 10-hour Jigsaw events, so I have tons of these chests just lying around. And so I have been spending my time trying to sell these, but not really touching the game else. So I have some money, I have just around 7 ones, and I'm ready to go for a third attempt, because we need a video, don't we? So I run over to Mr. AWD because he has the trading glass, and I give him some of the money I have lying around on a lot of different characters here. Pretty much all of the shops that's been selling these Jigsaw boxes. Now the money did not stretch far, but I did have enough to purchase 50 pieces of Fabric Plus, and AWD gifted us some pearls. Thanks a lot, buddy, I desperately needed this. After we had picked up the materials, this guy Linkox, the guild member we got into the guild by the beginning of the video, was kind enough to give us some bonus changers, completely free of charge. Thank you very much, buddy, and this is really just a showcase that you need a community in Metin2, it's excellent. We also had this guy on the polar bear riding by, Mr. M Stack, who apparently also is a member of the guild. I just haven't met him yet, but I talked to him ever since, and he is a super chill guy, so welcome aboard as well. And you wouldn't believe my luck. We got this thing right here. Now it doesn't have faint, but 20% increased chance for XP bonus and 10 half humans? Oh, wow. Man, I love this shield, this is excellent. Really, thank you very much, Linkox, for helping me here. This has turned out to be so good. And as Linkox and I were chatting about the shield, Lana Banana had to come by for a quick cameo in the film. So yeah, you're in the video now, and good to see you. Now I told you this guy, the one Alex, would become important later on in the video, and this is now. You see, he was originally supposed to loan me some blessing scrolls so we could upgrade the shield and get the video out. I could then repay him later, but as it turns out, he could do even better than loan me some blessing scrolls. I have, let me just see here, I have bought some materials, but I think we have for around 40 attempts to +7, but I don't know how many scrolls you want to use, right? It's just whatever. But I have some materials, so we should be good.
Okay, we'll see.
Alex?
Yeah.
Alright.
You can accept.
Oh, wait, yeah, take this one. I have some materials here you're gonna need. I forgot to give it to you. It's called the Ice Killer Whale, right here. So the one Alex and I, we jumped into a Discord call to see if we could make it +9 from the materials I had and his Dragon Scrolls. And in case you don't know, here's some weird properties about these Dragon Scrolls and how they differ from Blessing Scrolls. Now, as you can see, oddly enough, the chances of success are actually lower in the early pluses, but then it becomes higher again at the later pluses, which is such a weird feature. I don't know why it's just not always higher. But as you can see, from +8 to +9, instead of having a 10% chance of success, you now have a 20% chance of success when using these Dragon Scrolls. And that's the reason why it's so much better to use these than if I were using the actual Blessing Scrolls. Now, we were just chatting and getting to know each other. He's a super nice guy, but then, wouldn't you know it, out of nowhere, +9, guys, we did it. It's beautiful. Now, we did need some help from our guild members and our community, and the fact that we could loan these Dragon Scrolls instead of using Blessing Scrolls certainly did increase our odds of success. But look at how many pieces of fabric we have left. Pretty much nothing. I cannot even imagine what I had to go through if we did not succeed this time. I mean, if I had to do another 10-hour Jigsaw event, I would have to do some pretty nasty stuff. Alright, so we have a Titan Shield +9 now, which is great. And here I am trying it out in duels against Drush G. Now, I don't know if it's the shield or if it's the +10 half human, but I'm feeling pretty damn invincible right now, which is great. So this video was 50 minutes, which is quite a lot longer than what we usually do. Let me know if you like this format or if you prefer the 10-minute ones, because this was a lot of work. And when I say a lot of work, I mean a week of editing, and not even counting all of the hours we had to spend getting the footage. Remember, if I have inspired you to come back to the game, please consider using my affiliate link to support the channel. Alright, thank you very much for watching the video, and I will see you in the next one.